Yo, what's going on YouTube, and welcome back to another Monster Hunter Cross video. I want to say a massive thank you to any of you guys that dropped by my stream yesterday. We had a really awesome stream. In fact, it was the best stream I've ever done so far. Really great turnout, so thank you very much to everyone for the support. If you guys did miss it, then I will be uploading parts of it as videos on the channel. I've already got part 1, so I'll leave a link to that in the description box down below. But I will be uploading subsequent parts over the coming days. However, in this video, I want to put together a super quick import guide, because one of the questions I got quite a lot in my Twitch stream from people that imported was, how do you go online? So I thought I'd break this out and do a quick import guide on how to go online and explain what the menu options are. I'll also be doing a lot of other import guides for some different mechanics and different systems, but I'll break them out into separate videos to make things a little bit easier. So if you guys do have any questions as to kind of things you want to cover or things that are confusing you, do let me know down below and I will try and cover them. And of course, if you guys do find this helpful, then it would be super appreciated if you could drop a like. It does really help me out, and also it helps other people see this video. Now let's get started. Firstly, if you look at your bottom screen, this is your map. The 4 icons around the outside are the 4 different villages, so you have Kokoto, Poke, Beruna, and Yukumo, but in the center you have the online rooms. The big icon, the one that's got 3 mountains behind it, that is the main online room, and the small one to the right, that is the online prep area. However, if you click on the main one, the central one, you're then presented with 4 options. The top one is the multiplayer option, the second one down is to go to the online room solo, the third one is to go to the online prep area, and the fourth one is to simply go back or cancel. So if we scroll to the top and select the first option, you're then presented with 6 different buttons. Now the top 2 are local play, so for example if you have your friend over and you want to play together, those are the options you're going to need, and the bottom 4 are for online. So if you're playing locally, the left one is to create a room and the right one is to search for a room. If you click on the create a room one, you'll obviously have a series of options here, but I'm going to go over these in a second because these are the same options for the online room. So you go back from there, and of course if you are searching for a room and one has been created, it'll appear here, but in this particular scenario there isn't one, so it simply gives me this message. Now if we scroll down here, you have 4 options for online. So this one here, the top left one is to create a room, the top right one is to search for a room, the bottom left one is to search your friend list, and the bottom right one is to simply search for a Hall ID. So again, if you click on the Hall ID one, unlike Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate where you would simply go to search and then enable the ability to search for a room ID, this one you can simply click the search button, and upon doing so it will bring up a keypad and you then type in the 14-digit character. Of course in this case I don't need one, so you click the bottom left option, which is cancel. The friends list one is pretty self-explanatory. If you have any friends online, then they will appear in this list, but again in this particular scenario I do not have any. Now scrolling up to the top, this one is when you want to create a room. Now there are quite a few options here, so let's go through. The blue button at the top is to actually create the room, so once you've changed all your settings down below, you want to click the blue button at the top, but let's skip past that for now. The first one is your target. So for example, if you want to search for a particular monster, like you've got Yangaruga, Yankakku, etc. I appreciate these are in kanji and I'm not going to translate every single one of these, but if you are searching for a monster, then simply try and pay attention to the symbols, try and match it up with this, and this will help you when it comes to searching. You've got different pages for all the different monsters, but if we go back from there, the next one is the quest type. So for example, you've got 1-star, 2-star, event quest, etc. Moving down from there, you actually have the ability to limit the HR in the room. So for example, if you wanted to say do a room for starters, you could say limit it to HR 1 to like number 3, and I can then change that to something like that. Or similarly, if you were doing higher rank quests and you only want to say like HR 4 and above, or like 6 and above joining a room, that way it saves you having to have like a level 1 join the room and you have to kick them out. Either way, if you limit that here, then when you go down below, if you look at this option on the right, this one here is to limit the HR. So the first one is no and the second one is yes, so that way if you turn this on, you're effectively limiting it to what you selected above. The one on the left hand, however, you can also limit the number of people in a hall. So while yes, you could quite easily just invite 2 people into a hall and start a quest anyway, if you wanted to stop other people from joining it, you could similarly select this and drop it down to 2 or 3 people if you wanted to. Then finally down here, if you want to add a password to your hall, you can also do that. The first option here is of course no password, the second option is a password but does not apply to anyone on your friends list, and the third one is a password for everyone. However, that is only page 1. If you go to page 2, you then have a few more options. Now the ones down here, these kind of pertain to the different players, and I'll be completely honest, I'm not entirely sure what these ones say, but from what I've seen online, they're not actually particularly important. The main one is the one up here. This allows you to actually name your room. So if, for example, you were searching for something in particular, or maybe you were just making a room and you wanted to let people know that you only speak English, you could then type something in here. You can type in the name of your room, and then when you're happy with it, you click the button on the bottom right, and it will then save your text. After that, when you're happy with the settings, you simply click the blue button, and that is it. Your hall is created. However, if we then go back from here, and go over to this option, this is when you are searching for halls. This one's slightly different. Again, the blue button will simply accept your search results, but before that, starting at the top, you have target. So again, this is where your monsters will go. Below that, you actually have the quest type. So again, things like 1-star, 2-star, event quest, etc. Scrolling down from there, you can also search within certain HRs. I'm currently HR 2, so of course I can only search for rooms from HR 1 to 3, because as you know, as a Monster Hunter player, you can take part in quests 1 HR above you, but of course nothing beyond that. Then down here, the fourth option, believe my translation is correct. This is for if you're actually searching for key quests. By default, you'll have this option here. This is do not search, and this one is to search. So for example, if you're searching for key quests within HR 1 and 3, then you should simply encounter the key quests, and of course that makes life a lot easier. And then finally, moving down here, you have passwords, so if you're searching for password rooms, you can also do that. And again, once you've filled in your search results, you simply hit search, and it will then take you online. And that's it. That is everything you need to know. Of course, once you're done, if you create a room, you'll then end up here. If you search for a room and you've then clicked on one to join, similarly, you will end up here. This is the online hall, and this is where you can go to do your quests. And that is all there is to it. Hopefully you guys found that helpful. Again, if you do have any questions, then do by all means let me know. Or if there is something you weren't particularly clear on, then similarly let me know down below. Be sure to keep it locked to the channel because I'll have more Monster Hunter videos coming later on today. I'll be uploading the second part of my Twitch stream this evening, and of course I'll have more tutorials coming over the days. I'll be doing more import guides, and I'll start working towards weapon tutorials, mechanics guides, etc. Basically anything you need to know, I will be covering it in some way, shape or form. Anyway, thanks for watching, take it easy, catch you next time, peace out.